Hey there, good afternoon. It's around 3 p.m. here in this little corner of Mysore, and I have not made a video in a very long time. Not a very long time, but in a long enough time. I've been having some things go on, and so those reasons have kind of kept me more quiet and more introspective. I have not been driving into the city so much. I have been kind of not avoiding any of it, just being present with where I am and allowing the experiences to be there without trying to escape them. And I have come to the realization that I do often try to escape things by going and taking a long drive and doing all that. I do enjoy all that. I love taking a long drive, and I love being in India taking a drive because, especially here, we have really a lot of beautiful nature all around us. So that's not only an escape, it's also having an experience of life in a certain way. So, sorry, a bug got in my ear. I have been having these things happen to me. Really, nothing's happening to me. Let me start from a different point. So in Tantra, in some sampradayas, some paramparas, if you're yoga, you'll know the word parampara, have specific ways they're using the mantras and the yantras to have experiences of God. Very often, the mantras are used to unlock your barriers within yourself so that you feel the fullness that God is existing inside you. Devata, Devi, male, female, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all an energetic movement. And when I used to study Abraham Hicks, which I post a lot on social media, still I post some of their quotes. The idea that we're more energy than we are physical. 90% of us is energetic, so we're so much bigger than this, and this is a very small percentage of what our being is, packed into this little body, because this is very dense. The energy is freer and flows more and it expands. But we often, as humans, get caught up in the idea that we are just this body, and we're having an experience that can't go beyond this flesh. But if you tap into the energy, then you can feel out beyond this flesh, and you can have the realization that we are more than this. And then you start to feel, if you're like, I'm in nature, I'm surrounded by nature right now. If you're in nature, you feel the energy of the trees, of the ground plants, and what they're saying. You can kind of feel within yourself. If humans are near you, you can feel that also. So when it starts to happen, that you are releasing your limited beliefs around being only this physical body, then you start to be able to feel the energy that we really are as it goes out. People sometimes think you're drunk because you get this, it's a euphoric feeling, and walking is hard because your body goes beyond your feet, so you're having a hard time feeling your feet touch the earth. And then when you do, you're like, oh, okay, so you're walking a little bit shaky, you're moving a little bit different, and then you can train yourself to get better at it. But then still, when you get really deeper into this space of feeling this, you go back into that euphoric kind of a drunk sort of feeling. And I don't drink, so it's not getting drunk. It's opening up to the bigger possibilities of who I actually am, who we all are, and having those experiences and those feelings within this space that this body inhabits and beyond. So it kind of makes you feel a little bit less interested in seeing that movie you thought you had to see, or reading that book that you had to read, watching that TV show, not missing that episode, and I was really bad with TV shows and movies. Not bad, but I really enjoy that stuff, so I always made them a big part of my calendar. and now it's much less. I don't even leave being out here very much like I used to drive in the city so often. Maybe to try and distract myself from actually going to the deeper place of feeling these things, of knowing these things that exist and having these experiences. And as Guruji has said, it's Devi giving me these experiences because I put in the sadhana time, and I'm getting to the level of sadhana that is where you start to open up to this greater experience of life, but this greater amounts of energy that we are, and you have to figure out how to function in the regular world while not pushing these experiences away. And it's not super easy to do. So I have focused more on doing my sadhana several different times a day, including my Ashtanga yoga practice. Also, being fully in those experiences. And see, I'm having these experiences while I'm still working in the temple and doing stuff, and so I have to function. And it becomes sort of a way the Agoris live. Agoris will drink alcohol or take whatever they need to take, hash or, to get out of their experience of this body, and then use all of their focus to pull their awareness back into this space, because they still have to function. And so that's what I've been having to do, is experience this bigness that's going, I experience that and still come back down here and function, light the fire, take the things from here to the temple, serve the prasad, do all the different things I'm doing within the bounds of this temple that I live at. It's very interesting. It's very strange. It's kind of wonderful. Nothing bad about it. I'm not complaining, but it is something you have to learn to deal with, because it is more than what you think of life as before, than what you thought of life as before. It is more than that. And so right now I'm having quite a lucid moment, and I thought I will make a video and explain why I haven't been making videos so much, and that's what I've got for you. So hope that that's a good enough reason. Doesn't really matter, because that's what I got. So I'm working on teaching a little bit, possibly here in Mysore. I'm working on maybe going to Dehradun again for a 2-week period, teaching at my friend's yoga place and staying there with him, and going to all the little places I had. So if people are up in that area and want to come practice with me, that will be an option. It's all in the beginning stages, so don't, we'll look forward to it. I'm trying to figure out all sorts of ways to experience teaching now in whatever way it comes up. So, and I also have to make a living, so I want to do what I'm good at and what I know best. And so I will post about them when they come up, and just having discussions the last couple of days about going back to Dehradun, not to that company that I worked for before, but to teach at my friend's yoga shala for 2 weeks. So if you have any interest and any ideas for me, let me know, okay? Talk to you soon. Ciao.